you can take the sales letter that you have created here and build the actual page. Remember, these pages can live on their own. They don't have to, contrary to what most will tell you, like you have to use high-level ClickFunnels or whatever. You now know with Power AI, you can create these standalone pages, and it can sell your audio better than some of those because of the speed and the layout. And then you can still have it plugged in to something like Samcart on the back end. Now, this is not the only way to do this. For example, you can also go to Gumroad. You can sign up and you'll get into the back end like this, and you'll create a new product, and you can say digital product here and give it a name with your product. They are going to take somewhere close to 10%. Last time I checked, if your price is $47 and next fill in the product here, that's fine. And they even have upsells now. So you can go in here, and once it's live and then you want to do the checkout, you have the upsell path here where you can do a new upsell. And you see here how they'll be checking out and it'll pop up over top the offer. The difference between this and something like Samcart or even like Shopify, don't use Shopify for this, but use Shopify for everything else, but not this. But the difference is this upsell comes after they purchase. So they say they purchase the audio and they're checking out, and then this pops up and says, do they want the bundle? And that's going to convert better. This will sometimes cause confusion and they'll end up buying nothing, but it's worth testing. And you don't have the order functionality and things like that. But you can come right in here, drop the audios, put the name in, and then have this thing up within an hour, have your email flows and your automations all tied together. Okay. So we won't go too in depth with this because this is not my number one recommendation, but it is an easy path to launching the thing. And then you can, and easier because all of them are easy with proper instructions. But so that's Gumroad. And then there's StanStore. If you're going to go StanStore, you might as well go Samcart. So I'm going to rule out StanStore, but you can work in here. You can still do upsells and things, but for all the functionality that we want, you'll be paying close to, if not more than what you would with Samcart, which is way more powerful. And I'm going to show you, and it's headless. I'll show you what that means. So if you decide to go Samcart has some very interesting things. Like they have the one clip upsell. So now when you go in and you order the audio, they'll get the offer to purchase the upsell with a bundle, and you can track that. You can test it. You can split test it. So in the back end here, let's just say this is a product that you created. So we're at products. And before we do that, they do have, if you sign up for their monthly plan that scales with you, I mean, you pay more, the more you earn the type of plan they have in here. They have Beta Pages, which is their own page designer. And it's pretty cool. I have not tested it. If anyone does test it, let me know, from a conversion standpoint. I like the fact that it's all in one. So you have that page, and then you have, you could also set up so they can deliver on the back end. Just come in here, click on design, convert, and then you want to go into slide. Slide will be a Samcart checkout that pops out. This is their highest converting because the person doesn't leave the page. Most of the traffic will bail or, just not check out. Going from between the product page to the checkout, there's that little pause depending on their connection, depending on whatever that is. It gives them like pause for the card. And they can go and get distracted, or they decide, not to do it. So what Samcart brilliantly has done is make this little thing where you click checkout, it slides up the site or bottom. So it's most likely the site. And I'm going to show you how to set that up now. So if you click on slide, let's say you've already created the product in Samcart and they have a full tutorial on how to do that. We'll just keep it simple. So we're just going to generate the code. We're going to copy the code, paste this code into the head section of your website. So I'm going to go back to Google Gemini, and we're going to do a new build here. So we'll say first, let's paste that in. Let's go into our sales letter updating. Okay, that's good. And let's get our script. That's the actual sales letter that we'll see. Let's make this lead. Let's call this from here. And let's take this, put in there. This is a prompt. Like I said, you might not have to do that, but it's fine. And the project knowledge, it won't do that here. And you can override branding theme here, but we'll just keep it simple. So we're just going to generate the code. We're going to copy the code, paste this code into the head section of your website. So, and then we want to add this code snippet to the header tag. So basically you want to tell it to do exactly what Samcart is telling you. So into the head section of your website. So the head section, so we copy that code and we come back to the head tag section. Okay. And let's go space there. And let's see what else Samcart gives us. Step 2, copy this link and paste in the destination for any buttons on the page. So we'll copy that. So what that's going to do is when they click it, it's going to allow this slider to come out, and they have an advanced button over here. So let's just see. Let's go to set this as the destination for any button on the sales page. All right. Okay. And then we want to give it the actual sales page. So let's just take this one over to build. Take that and we'll paste that in. And I want to give it put the sales page right here. And the sales letter here is the sales letter. This is the one we just created in a previous step. So we'll just come back here and get that updated, copy paste. All right, let's output, and that will play audio. The header is too busy. Let's start with the headline and audio below it. I do like this right here above the fold. They land here after leaving that advertorial. If it started here and just had the audio, and you can bring in images and loading video background with dark tinted overlay. Sometimes this will work for grabbing the eye when they come straight to this page, as long as it doesn't affect the speed. And you can change this image out with something relevant. So in this case, it could be like a lady struggling through her day, or heads in her hands, or even a diagram kind of a brain, neurons firing in the background. That'll be cool for this. You can try different things there. Sometimes we do see that it performs better with this replaced as a VSL, which is kind of like an audio sales letter with a background and a waveform. A sales letter is not showing video, just a sonic like background. So that could be something worth testing. And right now I think there's a still loading. Let's go to videos back there. So there's that, and it has all the sections. And again, we can say, and to chat, I think this is supposed to be a brain line drawing, but I can't tell if it's refresh. Yeah, let's see if it included frequently asked questions at the bottom. There you go. Yep, just got those. Good. And here's the real test. If we preview it full screen, we click this. There's our checkout. Okay, just like that, it's already plugged into the Samcart. So how powerful is that? You've gone from a single page to a slide out checkout, and you can adjust the styling of that, and they don't leave the page, and you're ready to sell. So now let's see, what is editing? I think it's trying to fix this. I can see what it came up with. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not a brain. That's not a brain. Okay, we'll swap that out. So now when you're ready, you can download that. Make sure in the beginning. So if you're using something like HostGator, all right. So you have the code there, you have the app. Now you would come back to your Samcart and set up your upsells in the products. So you have the product there. They have their own system here where you can put the name, the upsells here, the funnel, add a funnel, add the email sequences. You can connect it to an app, which will connect it to a wide variety of apps. Like say, for example, you use MailChimp, or you go to the marketplace and here's ActiveCampaign. Sure, MailChimp is in here somewhere. MailChimp, even Klaviyo. For those of you that do want to use high level, you can connect it there. But do you see everything's tied to your page you just created in seconds? Like, and that slide up button gives you that full integrated experience. So now you can manage the upsells and stuff in Samcart, create whatever you want, but any way you want on the front end, and be running this offer. There's not one way to do this. You're going to make your own modifications. If you need any assistance with getting that set up or modifying the product, feel free to reach out. But at this point, you would have your file. So we would go to download, bring that in, and there is our sales page. All right, now we're cooking. And that's it. All right, in the next section, we will show you where you need to go to create the actual product. So here it is, TUNE scripting. Remember, TUNE is going to keep them compelled. You're going to be able to change this from 20 to 30 or 40, depending on the material that's being covered. And I'll show you how to turn that into the actual audio with both individually doing it manually and with the software. Okay. So now what you have to do is go and create the avatar, the name, pen name. Authors use pen names. Nothing unethical about pen names, but this particular pen name will be matching the demographic in the market research so that there's no friction there. So use this prompt here. You want to plug in the market. So we'll go and we'll get actually it's just the use of project knowledge. So market research and project knowledge. Okay, so this will go back here, drop it in. All right, so we'll take that. We'll see. And now we're going to select the model. And we're going to back out of the build app and select Nano Banana. Tells you what I think. So let's take that down. Love her. Zoom in. That's Elena. Now, if you want it, you want to add some ultra realism to it, you can go to a number of places. Magnificent. Magnificent, come here and I'll scale the picture. See, before, after, last. These lips here for after, see that? So you can take Elena and upgrade her and get a ton of detail in that picture if you want. Okay, so now that we have her there, we just want to put her front and center because she'll be the face of the brand. There we go. And feel free to rerun that a couple of times until you get the image of the person that you want. Then you would give this to build, have them put an author section in the site, and you can use that along with the product shots. Here's some product shots made with the prompts that are in the resources.